Hello, welcome to the stream. Sorry I wasn't here yesterday. Very busy day, as it turned out. I was looking forward to streaming yesterday. Sometimes work calls. But we're back today. I wouldn't say I'm the most refreshed person this morning though, because I did stay up until about 2 in the morning playing Warhammer online with a group of 5. Now we finally got started. Did a few public quests, I think 8 in all, to start our characters, get some early gear, and now we're going to shift into some PvP when we play next. Is the premise of the game. Even though we're there for the PvE overall, we need some renown. So I was thinking about starting like an hour later. I mean, we're basically starting an hour later, but that's because of daylight savings. But also an hour later than this, so I can have some sleep. But since I got up at usual time, like, might as well. But let's jump into it. Try to take Lena to 48 today before I fall asleep. We'll see what happens. I do need to go to the bank, because I forgot that at 47 we actually have gloves and something else that I can upgrade.
Safe travel.
So that's good. We get our first upgrades immediately. And then we'll be going to Feralis to just blast all the quests that we can there. Do the giants for the sword, stuff like that. So we will get at least 3 upgrades today, which is pretty good, because I don't think I'll be wearing this. Like, it's a lot of stam, and I only lose 2 attack power, but it is a lot of agility lost. So I think I'll keep the agility. I'm sure we'll get a different tunic at some point anyway. Yeah, it was quite fun playing Warhammer Online with the boys finally. I actually got to see someone roll a 1. So the rolls in that game are 1 to 1000 basically. I think 1 to 999. And someone actually rolled a 1. That was impressive. I've never seen that happen before. But we were rolling past people as a 5-man group, and I was thinking, like, I wonder what they're thinking, seeing a group of 5 people just roll past them, because that never happens in that game. Not at that level, at least. The community's too small, you know? I would have been like, whoa, a whole army.
Greetings.
Alright, let's see. I don't know if the silk cloth's gonna be that useful. I might just set it in here for now, because we might be able to get another stack. So we got the Wicked Leather Gauntlets and the Jade Fire Belt of the Monkey. Be getting some immediate upgrades, as I said.
Light bless you.
Did a lot of herb farming and lockbox farming the last few times we played. So we shouldn't really have to worry about all that stuff now until we're done with the character. These are +4 agility, +2 steam, so that's a good upgrade. And this +2 +2. Alright, this bout also is paints. Like, when you change the bout, you change the paints. I don't know if I like that. Ah, well. It'll be fine. Send these to Rugen, since I got to last time. Got a little bit of green on us now. We're getting our clown suit on, ready for TBC. We got blue, we got green, we got brown, we got whatever color, maroon, we got grey.
Looking for something specific?
And a lot of different colors.
See you around.
I guess I'll also send that extra true silver bar to Francie. Alright. Let's be off. We'll be off to the sound of Oh, he said Nice.
Be careful.
Actually made my tinnitus start up. My ear started ringing when I did that. It happens. From time to time. I think there's a Twitch drop right now for World of Warcraft as well. I don't know what it is, but I saw it when I logged into Twitch earlier. New Twitch drop. So I should be able to get that today. Not that I really care too much. But it's always nice to get free stuff for doing nothing. So if we want some more greater defense, we're gonna have to get some wild steel bloom. Might be difficult. So now I'd have to pick the wild steel bloom that I keep running past. So, yeah, we'll see. Fire drone. Malformed, the fire drone. That's the scary one. That's the guy that hits for like 700 for no reason. Many a rogue had been taken to the grave at his hand. You don't need to fight him, but many a rogue don't know that. So many a rogue have been taken down by that fella. Moving things around. I want to put my bandages here. I'm going to make some new bandages. Yes, before we start playing today. Won't be making runecloth bandages for a little, but we will be able to. But yeah, I'm kind of hoping that I can get my friends to play Warhammer again over the weekend, like Saturday night, Sunday night, maybe even Monday night, because it still is good then. Just for the tier 1 PvP experience to be actually good. Because on other nights, there's not that many people playing, and it can be a bit boring. Obviously, I want them to experience the most hype tier 1 PvP. Because tier 1 PvP, I think, was my favourite thing to do in that game back when it was out. Sadly, it's not as good now because there's less people, but man, it could be something special. No one has their ridiculous like abilities yet. You know, you just doing what you can with the limited stuff that you got. Because if they can enjoy that, then they're locked in, I think. Weeb. I got called that once in my life. It's like, whatever. I was standing outside a fish and chip shop with some friends of mine. You know, we were digging fish and chips, just waiting for them to be done. And then some girls from our high school come along with some boys who were, you know, they were not cool. Probably just drug users and thinking they were cool. Teenagers. I mean, the girls weren't that cool either, so they were hanging out with them, and like, yeah, you need to hang out with the worst of the girls at school. And then that's when that happened. Hello, Matt of the Jeff. How are you? This person's name? I don't want to read it now. I was looking at it. What's their name? And then I read it in my head before I read it out loud, and I'm like, no, I don't want to read that one now. I mean, I guess it's a good name because it means that they're safe. But still, why? I'm glad you're doing well. Yeah, this is a rogue. Similar looking abilities to the warrior, you know? Riposte looks like retaliation. Gouge looks like rend. Slice and dice looks like sweeping strikes. They do reuse some of the icons, definitely. But yeah, Lena is the rogue. My most fun class. I enjoy it the most. She's got pretty good gear now, so it's even more enjoyable. I would say out of all the characters that I have, this character probably has the best gear. There are some things that could be better, but not bad. It's okay. It wouldn't be a Twitch stream if people didn't read titles. I've managed to do... Why are they spinning? I've managed to do 4 levels on the rogue so far. We're going all the way to 53 for 10 levels from 43. Guess I just sprint. So I'll have sprint back before we land anyway. Got a long flight ahead of us. Maybe I should actually land in Fairmore first and get the first aid stuff done. We'll think about it over the next minute. It's like when you join a party finder in Final Fantasy. You know, no one reads. Like my group, when I first started, we were doing blind prog in the Shiva tier. And, you know, we'd put up a party finder when someone was missing. And someone would join and be like, what strat are we using? Like, we don't know what strat anything is. How would we know what strat we're using? We're using our strat. That was always fun. Cancel our flight so we can land in here. I think people have just forgotten how to read in general though. Like, it's not only online. I think just people don't know how to read anymore. So it's not that surprising.
What can I do for you?
260 for rune cloth.
See you later.
Let's just make 40 bandages. We're upgrading our bandages for the day ahead. For the day ahead is long and full of tears or something. Not the exact quote from Game of Thrones, but it's similar. I've probably forgotten more Game of Thrones than I remember because the show turned into a piece of shit. Bella's gotta save the people. Got a critically injured over there and he's not saving it. I'll save those critically injureds. Pretty easy to do this. I don't think I've ever failed the first aid quest. So I would be surprised if they fail. Be surprised if anyone fails. Be like shocked actually. One more bandage.
Good day to you. Have a good one.
Good.
I supply only the
Thankfully, the doctor can train me while that guy's training himself. Alright, let's go to Ferralis. Get to leveling again.
What can I do for you?
We've got a little bit of rested, but not as much as I would like, definitely. That is one of the problems that Lena's probably going to have towards the end of her stint, is we might actually run low on quests because we're doing 10 levels. But she is also able to do pretty much everything that she would want to do, so I think it should be okay. Like that last level of this stint, I'm probably just gonna grind satyrs for Mongoose Elixir and Wicked Lever Braces, I think. I feel like the Wicked Leather Gloves are so little durability. 30? It seems tiny for a glove. Then again, I don't really pay that much attention to durability because if you're playing hardcore, you're not dying and losing durability anyway, right? As long as your gear isn't broken, I think it's fine. If your gear's going red on hardcore, you just haven't repaired in like a week. "33 minutes into this. Hopefully should be able to get 48 before 4 days played. Lena is only an hour behind the playtime of Friend, who is a boomkin and really slow, but that doesn't mean that Rogue is really slow, it just means I've done a lot of extra stuff. I don't know if we'll be comparing with Grocket though. Like, Grocket did speed up a little bit at the end there. Mainly because I didn't really play during the Scourge event. That definitely helped Grocket catch up in playtime. I'm pretty sure almost all the levels we got on the mage were fully rested. October was just don't play month. Pretty much. I wonder what character will be the first to 7 days played. Probably my warrior that I'm playing outside the Medley, but it's because it's very slow on that character because I've been sitting around for over a day played doing nothing. I got my fishing to almost camp on that character while waiting for people to play. Now we just need our druid and hunter to start leveling and catch up. As we close in on level 60 on those characters. Alright, missing courier, we'll take that. I guess we can take the Sunken Temple quest because it is something that we can do. And I guess we'll start with the giants and the elemental. Yeah, I love Foralis. It's such a good vibe, especially when it starts raining. It's a very beautiful zone. Probably one of the best atmospheres of classic WoW. Dream Blur. At level 60. That is a name. Dream Blur. This quest might be a little bit challenging at times just because I gotta kill some level 49s, but I'm sure we can manage. I have very fond memories of being on this island back when I was in high school, leveling my hunter in the mid-40s. You know, just go down here in the morning before school and kill a few mobs. So Fralis always brings back happy memories.
Farewell.
Probably one of my favorite things about the fact that I played this game 20 years ago is I can remember back to the times where I was hanging out in a zone and being like, what am I doing here? And I always have that recollection. Go for a swim. The boat probably isn't gonna beat me anyway. We are a shark. Dun dun. Definitely a shark. But I'd say Feralis has always been a top 5 favourite zone for me. I'm not 100% sure which is my favourite zone. Taldrassil was very special because it was the first place I ever played in World of Warcraft. Plus it is a nice, beautiful zone. Ashenvale, always a good one. I really like Ungro, even though it's stressful. When we go there on hardcore, it definitely ups the stress levels. But honestly, mainly the green zones. I'm like, yeah, these are really good. Like Mulgore, Mulgore's beautiful. Just rolling hills. Halls are different things. But then there's also like desert zones that like I like this. Shimmer and Flats mainly. I don't really care for Thousand Needles. But Shimmer and Flats, if it was its own zone, they'd probably be in my top zones. Boat might actually just beat me. Can be close. I mean, I don't get run over by it, so that's good. We're pretty much arriving at the same time. It was a good race.
I got what you need.
I did have a minute 30 head start also.
Have a good one.
Right. I'm actually going to put crippling on my main hand. These giants, they sometimes do hit really hard and I might need to I need to sometimes kite. I'll use a fortitude. Why not? Dodge resist. Plus the poison doesn't even work against the elementals, so I don't really want to waste an instant poison doing nothing. Get to work, Lena. Let's get that new sword upgrade. Going to get sword with about 20 more top end for our offhand. Pretty nice. Yeah, 24 more top end. It's a bit slower, but it's okay. We do lose some attack power, but we gain a little bit of health. $25. Saw me for a moment there. Little sea spray. Did I spy a rogue? These mobs are a bit harder than I would have wanted them to be, but it's just because we're doing it now. That's pretty good. I saw some people talking about using ambush speak. And there was one guy that was like, I love the mob being like, you know, 25 to 50% life down when you start fighting it. And I was just sitting there thinking like, that's how combat is too, because you open with a cheap shot. And then by the time the mob hits you, it's also lost about their mana health. But sometimes with ambush crits, well then it's like the mob only has 25% life. So it comes and goes. These mobs do hit pretty hard. Against the rogue especially. We need some like frost resistance potions. Might actually have got shadow resistance. Oh yeah, repulsed. Take that weapon away. Take your weapon away. Doo-doo. Without cooking. I guess we can use the zesty claim meat. I always think about it, but if Repulse gave a combo point, it would obviously be a bit overpowered, but also, like, it would be so fun. Getting that extra combo point from Repulse would be like, whoa. Need some health regen. We got 249s, but I don't want to eat. My health is high enough, but not high enough. It's one of those quests, so you gotta take it a little bit slower. That man just farted over there. This guy keeps parrying my of this. Might just about be the worst stats of lever I've ever seen. Nice. When you get a riposte against some fella that has a giant two-handed weapon, it's always a good feel. Like that. Don't so much like all the misses that we're having. Comes with the territory of being a melee, I guess. Even though as a rogue you shouldn't really miss because you have so much talents that help you not. But you still do. Game no work properly. Little. These guys have quite a bit of armor. It's kind of why it's actually hard to get through them on the road. Cloth of Steam. You can actually feel the armor on the rogue compared to, say, the warrior. Thing with Phantom Blade for its 100 armor reduction. Not a lot, but it might help. Assuming it procs. I mean, just parry haste hit me for 200. Thought the rogue would have an easier time here than, say, the druid, but I don't know if that's happening. It might actually be worse. The druid had to do this at level 46. With 47 having an awful time. Get through it though. Might take a bit longer than I thought it would. Eat some kimchi. Pull this one back. Use an evasion so we don't lose all our health after getting all our health. These level 49 ones are definitely a bit tough. When I make it small rather, I have to move forward a little bit because my melee gets smaller. See, this was a good kill. And there's so many 49s today. Usually we have a good variety of, like, you know, 47 to 49, but today it's like 49, 49, 49, 47, 49, 49. Nice. That is what I was hoping would happen, because now I can pull them back. Don't need to fight both of them. Boom. You two friends. 240 swords. I think that is our cap for this level. I mean, we're 243. Because we're a... Man just keeps farting. Fucking gross. Absolutely disgusting, mate. See, when our damage pops off like that, good. But there are times, sometimes, when it's just like, damage just ain't there. However, I think this rogue is doing much more damage than my very first hardcore rogue. Now that rogue had dungeon gear. This rogue doesn't. But this rogue has blacksmithing and leatherworking gear. Okay, we've got 2 sea sprays guarding the boat. Not? No. They're not actually. Okay, it's a different location. I was going to say though, 2 sea sprays guarding the boat, that's awful. Well, this is definitely not something you want to have. Nice crits. Love to see it. We nearly every attack crits. It's always good. I mean, we have 16% crit. Sword speaks to just make it a little bit better as well. Like, it's good stuff. So much better than playing a Retribution Paladin or something like that. Obviously. There's one guy that commented on one of my videos saying that Retribution Paladin is the perfect class. I liked Ret after TBC, especially after Wrath, but during vanilla, if it's the perfect class, you could definitely get away with playing like an idle clicker game. It's like your favorite game because it's basically how it feels. There is no way I would consider Ret in its vanilla state to be perfect class. Perfect for putting me to sleep. My shaman had moments of like wanting to not play because it was boring, but the paladin definitely has a lot more. At least when the shaman pops off, you know, when Wind Fury does proc, you're gonna see like 3 numbers all over the screen. Sometimes Seal of Command procs, but it still misses. Man. What's wrong with this game? Melee that can resist and stuff, by the way. The man just farted. I saw it. You know, this was looking pretty good against that mob. And then it just started parrying everything. Should be able to get a list from where we're at. Thankfully, when we miniaturize them, I'm pretty sure it just gets rid of most of their armor. Maybe they don't have a lot of armor anyway. They are naked. Giants walking around naked. That gives me some bad images, I'm gonna be honest. Don't think about it. Might be a respawn around here. Not getting so lucky with the call. Could be better. Certainly. I'd say the 49C elementals definitely the hardest part of this. So, using evasion on them when we got it. Really good. Saves us from having to bandage after every single one of them. Good adrenaline rush, but just in case of emergency, I like having it on hand. Actually pretty good that we got green belt to make our paints a bit green. In the forest we got some camouflage. I equipped this belt today and it made my paints green instead of whatever. I think they were maroon. Still a little bit maroon down the bottom, but more green. Maroon is not a colour that I've ever enjoyed. Pretty close to the colour that my like school uniform was as well. Like, ugh. Got the core. Yeah. Like the most unneeded eviscerate ever. Man, we've already looted 2 black pearls while doing this quest. It's actually insane how many black pearls we've managed to loot during the medley because I did not think they were this common. We had to farm for them a little bit when we first needed like 6 of them. But after that, I've looted over 20. So the drop rate has been pretty good on them. I really want to fight those sea sprays. Water elemental turns to you. Of course. I mean, why wouldn't that happen? Reopen on him and he's like, away! Away, human! Guess if that one stays there, I could kill him. only 50%. We got a crit, nice. Not getting too lucky on the cause, but it doesn't matter because we do need experience. As I always mention when I do this quest, any amount of grinding that we might have to do extra is going to be worth it. Ow, stop critting me. 2 back-to-back 200s. Alright, I got them too. He is fair, I guess. When he crits, I crit. Like that. I don't know who sang that song. I can't remember. Not the crit version, obviously. The actual version. Whoa. Absolutely blew me away. Nice. We can hopefully get our cores done around about the same time we get the giants done. That'd be perfect. Little nose scratch while waiting for the gouge. Do be itchy. As is the way when I'm streaming. You know, you're constantly talking, breathing. Nose hairs are moving around. Worst. Could just stop breathing, right, while talking, then it wouldn't matter. I don't know if it's very good for the health though. Like, breathing is kind of important. Might be one of the most important mechanics. You are now manually breathing. Carried my parrot. That was perfect timing. Wrist evasion right as he was swinging. Dodge that shit. Unlucky. I'm glad I've managed to make it over an hour without really feeling tired, but my eyes do feel a bit heavy. I want to at least get Foralis done today, though. Anything extra would be great, but considering I know I didn't sleep that much, yeah, might be a difficult thing to do. I knew I didn't sleep that much when I not only looked at the clock when I woke up, but also felt the fact that I didn't want to be awake. Like, you know, when you go to open your eyes and it's just like, But then I went toilet and I was like, we'll give it a go. Get up, we'll stream, we'll see what happens. Not like I haven't done 2 or 3 hour stream before, so if we make 2 or 3 hours, then good to go. Still 2 or 3 hours prog. One more of those, still need 4 cores. Pretty bad RNG. Pretty sure a truck just went past and farted. All I heard was a poof. It's not what I need. Not gonna re-poison my weapons for this quest because we only need 1 giant. And they don't work against the water elementals anyway. Man, that was a big repulse. $300 damage repulse? That's crazy. I guess it does do 150% of weapon damage. By having a big weapon is amazing on the rogue. Sinisters do pretty standard damage across all weapons, but repulsed, stuff like that, it starts to add up. Get our offhand weapon. That
Yeah,
one.
what do you want? Keep it real.
Wrong.
Hurry back. Be good. Have a good one. Be good. Hurry back.
Alright, let's see. 60.8, 31.9 goes to 60.1, 33.7. So yeah, we gain a lot on the offhand, but lose a little bit on the main hand, but that's fine. Better overall stats for us anyway. Plus I like the look of it a little bit better, it's got a little hook. The elemental core. I wish I could see elemental cores. I wouldn't say this drop quest has been the worst of the hardcore medley, but it's definitely up there because every character has kind of struggled with it. I think there's only been one time where I feel like I've finished it within a reasonable time of also doing the giants. Definitely been better than, say, Cedar's Bag for some characters. But there also has been Cedar's Bags where, you know, you get it done within one mob. Like what happened with Lena. Killed one ooze just randomly in Cedar's Bag. It's like, okay. Take it. I guess it's not as bad as the orb of Ordinal or whatever it is, the one in Nation Vale. I don't remember the name. They're just not dropping at all now. Complained about it and I don't get the loot? That's not meant to happen. Complaining is always meant to be a guarantee. The game's broken. Actually use team bandages. Make more. I am feeling the tired. But as I said, if I can get Pharrellis done, I'd be pretty happy. Damn, I think double sword proc there. She's... The animation was crazy. Like, wah, wah, wah. It's not what distract sounds like at all. Swords be procking right now. Looks like Lena's gotten over this quest as well. Hey, we got one. Let's go. We don't get any extra free crit, I don't think. Hey, we got two. One more. I guess Elixir of Mongoose is basically free crit though. The boat is currently docked, so I'm hoping to get this last one now, so I can go back down there and take the boat back. We're gonna have to go back there. Well, that sucks. Boat is now coming here. So, we're probably gonna have to take a swim. That's unlucky. Why does this quest item have to be the way it is? Quest has been... I mean, this quest and the other quest, the giant one. 30k experience for both of them. So I guess that's good in a way. But we are rested, so at the same time, you know, we're using that rested experience. At least every other quest that we do today will be easy. Of course. Watch the boat leave. There it goes. See you, boat. Oh well, I'll probably beat it there anyway. But this is the thing with coming to Forellis for the second stop. You do these first two quests, they're like kind of difficult. And then you go and do some really easy quests. That's the way I do it anyway. So it's actually pretty good. Get the difficult stuff out of the way and then you do the easy stuff. To go get a sycamore branch. So we'll do sycamore. Do this stuff all the way. Do the freedom for all creatures. Do the yetis. I don't know how I ever functioned in school. Especially when World of Warcraft came out. Because I know that I spent a lot of time in my evenings playing World of Warcraft. I don't know how I woke up and like went to school. I guess children just have more energy, right? But I look back at it, I'm like, I never yawned all day in school, but if I don't have a good night's sleep now, it's all over after the first like few hours. I've been up 2 hours now. You just die. Maybe it's because I didn't talk that much in high school, though. I was pretty reserved, you know. When I'm streaming, I am constantly talking all day, and that does take energy, no matter what. It's not like you're doing that much physical stuff, but you are using energy by talking constantly. Kind of does me in. Like your social battery, you know?
What brings you here?
A knife.
Good luck, friend.
What brings you here? A knife. Ugh. They're very draining. He's streaming too.
I am honored. Farewell.
Now on the rogue, we shouldn't have much issues jumping. We don't take full damage. I mean, we do, but rogue has a ability called Safe Fall, wherever that might be. Stud? Yeah. Reduces damage from falling.
I am listening.
So we take damage, but there's like a higher threshold before you actually take damage. Nice. More kimchi. Those. I'll send all that to Grocket. Ultra stabs. I think Rogue on Ultra is pretty safe, I would say. Like, if you're using the action bars as well, even safer. If you're not using the action bars, it might actually be a bit difficult. Oh. I don't know if you heard that, but my elbow clicked. That stretch was so intense. Felt good. My whole body needed that. Ooh. Sometimes you just have a nice intense stretch and it's like, oh my god, that feels so good. It's like a massage in a way, you know? Didn't help. One of those days where you just yawn all day. Happens. But honestly, it should only take like an hour or so to get through all of these quests from here, so I think I have enough energy for that. This one took a bit longer than I was hoping. Like, we actually used all our potion timer already. But it's okay. Let's go find the sycamore. Sorry, I couldn't mute my mic, it just came on so fast. Sometimes you just get a little tickle in the throat for no reason. We got yawns, we got tickles, got itchy noses. My eyes are heavy. Playing hardcore while tired. Never a good thing. Grass. Have one over there somewhere. We don't need a lot of sungrass, but it is still yellow, so picking it is definitely worth it. Did get 2 levels from those. Considering our alchemy is 13 levels ahead. Probably a good thing to get done at some point. Still haven't found the distress beacon. I would probably try to do the quest if I had it. It is doable at 47 on the rogue. I did it at 46 on the last run, I think. Maybe 47. But I think I tried it at 45 and I almost died. And then I did it at 46. I think that's how it went. On Franca. Very first hardcore character. Almost probably 2 years ago now, that character. Not the same Franca as I have on this server, but a Franca still. Franca. Mr. Sycamore. Missed. It's because I wasn't looking. That time I was looking, but still missed. Damn, he's dodging along. Give me that branch. Give me that there branch, boy. I think when I repot, I will just use the regen and agility potion. Because those ones we have good amount of and we can get extra pretty easily. Especially the agility potion, they're so easy to make. I think we can make over 20 more. The meats that we got. Yeah, I would have loved to be able to get Foralis and Hinterlands done today, but I don't know if it's gonna happen with the amount of tired that I'm feeling. But I think I have enough in the tank to get Foralis. So hopefully tonight I can have an actual good night's sleep. Not play Warhammer Online until 2 in the morning. We wouldn't have had to play until 2 in the morning if, you know, my friends were not dawdling. We started, and then we didn't really play for like nearly an hour after we started because one of them had to go AFK. He said, be back in 15 minutes. He did not come back in 15 minutes. 15 minutes was a lie. But at least we got going. We're only level 4 on those characters, but it's because I made them use the reduced experience scroll so we don't level too fast, because that game's very weird. For a lot of MMO players, leveling slower is like such a foreign concept. But when it comes to a game like Warhammer, leveling slower has to happen so you can get your renown faster. Double leveling system game, right? So I tell my friends, hey, use this scroll. And they're like, why would I want less experience? Well, you won't understand right now, but it'll make sense later. Gonna actually have to kill that Reaver. Bit close. All right. Gonna get shot by lightning for a moment. That's okay. But I think even, I said to my friends, even if they stop playing for whatever reason, because, you know, we might still be going when the new WoW expansion comes out or something like that. The amount we don't play. I am going to make it to level 40. Because I want to play the game. I want to see what all the content is available and stuff like that. So I start with them, but I may not end with them. For me, I'm not opposed to joining a guild in the game and doing stuff with other people. No final sting, please. Any sting lasher? Alright, we've got a stinger coming up. Yeah, that stinger turns around, but that stinger doesn't. Sting lasher also comes up here, so I've got to be careful. Stingers that have the final sting. Might be a little bit scary on the road, considering our damage isn't like, you know, big gross attacks. It's just death by 1,000 cuts. But the stingers also don't have much armor, so be okay. Any corrupt? Is there? Maybe we go kill him. I kind of want to clear this stinger for at least know where it is. This rare isn't that bad. It does have a poison, so maybe I should kill him on the way out, actually. Thought that dead body was something. Scared me. Even though I don't feel that much stress on the rogue in places like this, it's still a Silifid cave. There's a little bit. You'd have to be crazy to not feel a little bit. Or you play too much. I don't think I play too much, but still feel it. Feeling it. Alright, one of those thingers is gonna come in here, so kill this. See how we're looking for time. Kill the other one. We'll kill Karot on the way out. That's the plan, just to see if he drops me a nice piece of gear or something. I wouldn't really expect anything special because he's just a regular reader. But being a rear does mean he has more chance of dropping something special. I don't know if we'll do it this stint, but I do like doing Pawn Captures Queen on the road, which is another Silifid cave. Lena, fucking, the man's preparing to sting my ass, and you're just not doing any damage. Like, it was not the time to miss everything. Stressing me out. I don't even know if Final Sting actually kills you in this game. But I mean, it might kill some characters, right? Like Final Sting against the mage? Maybe. You are free, sir. May a loom bless me always. Ran away from him. Didn't get the quest yet. Don't see Sting Lasher. How are we gonna get in here? Get this one, I guess. I had to kill Karot on the Paladin because he was actually camping the quest. This time we don't have to kill him, but I want to. So we don't leak, sure. Fine. Okay. We're gonna have to kill everything. It's fine. We are a rogue after all. That's why you save the cooldowns, just in case. We tried not to pull X-ray, ended up pulling the whole damn route. If this was of the monkey, I think that would have been sick. Who's covered thorium as well, isn't he? And another one. Oh, that's Mithril. Alright, let's get out of here. That was a little bit eventful. Nothing the rogue can't handle though. And we now have about 2 rested experience left, so the rest of the way for this level is probably gonna have to be non-rested. At least that made the rear a little bit more interesting. Pulling it and also getting all of that. I'm glad I cleared the one mob beforehand. And that would have been a bit crazy if we had to fight 4 at the same time. Especially because I pulled it without full health. Let's head to freedom for all creatures. A hunter without a mount. I see a lot of hunters not using mounts. I don't know if they're like bots or they just think the aspect of the cheetah is enough. I mean, it's fast, sure, but I'd rather have a mount, because if you run an aspect of the cheetah and you're running through like mobs, you're gonna get dazed. On a mount, you at least have a chance to not be dazed. But I do notice there's a lot of hunters that don't have mounts. And I wonder why. Like, 100 gold isn't that bad for a hunter, you know? I think someone either just did the escort or might be actively doing the escort. Yeah, they are. Okay. Well, that means it's going to be much easier for me then. But they are taking a roundabout way of doing it. You know, I just go down here and that, but I'll wait. Much else to do. They may not know what they're doing, however, because they are not just going and killing the mobs outside the cage. Well, no matter what, it's going to be easier for me. Maybe they think they need the key because it does say requires bamboo cage key. You get the bamboo cage key when you start the quest. Maybe like, where the fuck's the key? They do look confused, huh? It's always fun. We've also got Aspect Cheater on, that's crazy. I do like looking at people who are obviously very confused about what they're doing. Like maybe they're a new player or whatever, and it's like, just interesting. Unless they're a god and they wanted to clear everything before the cage opens. But, I mean, you've only got 6 minutes. You don't want to waste too much time. The problem with this, them doing the quest, is they're also going to be doing the kill quest afterwards. As soon as they're done, I'm going to go do this quest. It's going to be like 2 mobs dead. Finish. Which is great. I don't know why she cried. Did they fail the quest or? It is easier if you actually fail. I failed it on my paladin and then did it again and immediately completed it. I think they did. They did fail the quest. Okay. Like I said, though, it should be a immediate completion. As long as they kill a few mobs. Might make it even easier for me. Or harder, because respawns might even. We'll see. Well, they're obviously a new player, though. Especially because they're running around Facebook a cheater 24/7. Like, they do not care. Like, days? I don't give a shit. I'll be dazed the whole game. It's fine. And dangerous. They changed the hawk. It is fun to watch new people. Or suspected new people. Maybe they've been playing for 20 years and they're just like, you know, old, so their hands don't work that well anymore. It happens. Like, I'm not as good at video gaming as I was when I was in my early 20s. Definitely. Okay, they finished the quest now. Now, they just got to come up here, grab the next quest, and then I go down. Hopefully don't have too many respawns. And succeed at doing the quest. Because I failed and then had to do it again, it might actually be harder for me with respawns, but we'll see. Alright.
How may I help? Goddess, watch over you.
Let's go, Kendall. Go and blast the mobs. I don't really want them to be assaulted by all the mobs that I lead out. So my sprite darters might make it a little bit interesting. Phil. There even... It only looks like there's 5 of them. Didn't he go back there? Hey. Agility strength necklace. It is a potential item to use. Easy quest to finish when you've watched someone else fail it and do it. So I'd lose 7 agility or 7 stam, but gain 6 agility, 6 strength, which is, you know, 12 attack power plus some crit, some dodge, whatever. I think that might be worth it. We did just gain some stam today. So we're just replacing the stam that we gained, you know. Yeah, I think so. Almost 1
Wish
DPS.
you Allah, Del Madras.
It's big
God
worth.
bless you.
Nice. It's like our 4th upgrade today. Lena's actually rolling in the upgrades. Alright, now I've got to kill a lot of dudes. Killing all the dudes. Feeling it. I have that song in my head now. The fact that I actually hit that shot at 17 bow skill. Kill that mob. Crazy. Stop shouting. Ooh. Yeah, fighting these mobs after like having a rough day of fighting higher level mobs, so much cooler. Just blast right through them. Even in beer form, they're nothing. Put your stuff. Took his little staff away, huh? Take your staff up. A lot of songs in my head. We don't even need to open on these mobs, which is nice. Run up to them, we stab them. Feels like the early days of playing Rogue. When you don't actually have any opener, so you just run up to mobs and stab them. Yeah, there have been a few recently. I don't know why. There was one that broke a lot of things. That was interesting. I'm hoping that, you know, it's because Blizzard's like in the background just testing things that could be Classic Plus stuff. Never know. Copium, exactly. People are expecting TBC to be announced soon and the pre-patch to be coming soon, but the pre-patch for the retail expansion is coming next month, so I don't know if that's gonna happen. The problem with anniversary servers is they've sped up the content, but they're kind of looking like TBC should be releasing around the same time as the retail expansion. And I'm not sure if Blizzard's gonna do that. So if anything gets delayed, it's gonna be TBC. But I actually want to play TBC this time. I skipped it on OG Classic release because I was starting the business and I knew I didn't have the time to. If I had played TBC, I wouldn't have gotten anywhere. There'll probably be a boost. Let's be real. Blizzard love money. More than anything else, Blizzard love money. Having a boost is just more money. I'm glad I beat that hunter down here. That means I got to pick the mobs that I wanted. I mean, we could group for it, but... Imagine grouping for a quest. Wonder where they went. Ah, there they are. We're gonna need some extra shaman though. But I'm planning on doing a TBC hardcore character. I don't think it will be officially supported hardcore. It's going to be an add-on that the community are going to be using, I suspect. Just one time. And then after that, depending on how fun it is or how far it gets or how much people want to watch it on YouTube, stuff like that. After that, might just quit the game. I don't really have much desire to play the retail expansion. I played this retail expansion and I've discovered that I don't really like the cycle of how World of Warcraft actually is in retail. Like, the seasonal gameplay isn't really that exciting for me. It's just... You gear up to gear up after you gear up. Like, I'd rather gear up and have gear that, like, lasts me for an expansion. Like, sometimes back in the day, you'd get a trinket that you could have for 2 expansions, you know? But now you get a trinket for like 2 weeks and then you replace it. So I don't really enjoy that seasonal gameplay loop. There are enough shamans. Kind of why I stopped playing Final Fantasy. Because it's just the same thing every time. The bosses are different. Content feels a little different from time to time, but in general it's pretty much just the same. Never seen naturalists standing at the door. I might have to start playing Guild Wars 2 again, just to have a game that, you know, doesn't make my gear irrelevant every patch. Guild Wars 2 has another issue though. Once you get to 80 and you get the gear, you don't really need to replace it. Like, that's your gear. But maybe MMOs are starting to become a bit not for me and uninspired. You know, 20 years of World of Warcraft has taught me what I do and don't like. It's just a problem that no one else has really done any better, in my eyes. There's been glimmers of hope throughout those 20 years. But they usually fall short in ways.
Be with you. Asha Fela, go in peace.
We need a classic WoW with Warhammer PvP. I'd play the shit out of that. Have a game like WoW Classic that continues to get updates to it and have like RVR zones. It sounds good. I think for me that would be the perfect MMO. Because it would have everything I like. Because even the raiding in a classic that does get updates would be fun, right? Like, sure, you'd still have to go through the content that I've already gone through and it would be boring. But you'd eventually get to the point where it's like, there's a new raid coming out now, let's go. But I kind of would want the gear to be scaled slower. Like, by the time you get to Nexramus in this version, your gear is too good. Nexramus gear is too good for vanilla World of Warcraft. It makes things anti-fun, especially on a PvP server when people have Nex gear. Because you can just get one-shot by people. Warlocks are unkillable. I mean, Warlocks are unkillable in tier 2 though, so it's not too much difference. But if I ever made an MMO, like if I was either developing an MMO for whatever reason, I don't know if it would ever happen. All the good stuff from Classic WoW and all the good stuff from Warhammer Online would be going straight to the top of my checklist. But I think a combination of those two games makes the perfect game for me. But I'm always sad when I play Warhammer Online. I'm like, man, it was so undercooked. Because there's so much potential. Like public quests could have been fleshed out a bit more to make them even better. Could have added some PvE, which the private server has been doing, to the dismay of the PvP players. I don't know why they're upset about it. I don't know what the hell is going on outside right now, but there's like dogs barking and kids screaming. Just popping off. This might be the last quest that I really do today. I did reach a little bit of a second wind, but I mean, IRL is a PvP server. It's not even opt-in, because sometimes it just happens without your consent, you know? So... honestly, it's mostly a PvP server. IRL, I would say. Because you're not allowed to just go grind mobs. Rich people are. Rich people can, like, pay to go grind mobs in PvE. But us plebs, we're always PvP enabled. Yeah. There are definitely better PvP servers in real life than others. Like, I'm kind of glad I live where I live because it's, you know, it's a more peaceful PvP server. We don't have guns here. It's a pretty good start to make a PvP server actually viable. But everywhere has their issues. I don't live in like downtown London or something, you know. That's a mega PvP server. And then obviously there's even worse than that, but I would say New Zealand is probably like one of the best ones for not having to participate in PvP that much. I've only had like 2 or 3 fights in my entire life, and most of them were in school, so it hasn't happened for a long time. You know, because children and teenagers have an ego. They always want to be at the top of the food chain, right? Some adults do as well, but, you know, they're just like the high school bullies. Never grew out of it. That's why they become police officers. I thought about being a police officer once, but I don't think I have the mentality for it. Because I'm not much of an asshole. I care about people. I want to help them. I don't think police officers have that mentality these days. Maybe once upon a time, but not in recent times, I would say. It's always funny watching police officers chase after someone, but they're like overweight. Like, man, you guys must have really lax training and testing these days, huh? Like, you're just taking anyone in. Some really fit guys running away from a, like, overweight police officer. It's like, but yeah, you just taking everyone. Damn, those could have been amazing if they were off the beer instead of off the boar. I don't know if I could outrun a fit police officer, but the average police officer, yeah. But I don't know why I would be, because I'm not a criminal. So... I've never actually been in trouble with the law. I'm a fine, upstanding citizen. I pay my taxes. I do my stuff. It's memories from a past life, you know? You remember back to when times were good in your last life. Go over here and bandage because that guy wants to kill me. At least we got the pristine hide. That's an extra 2k experience. Dude, bud, just at level 60. You know, as much as the medieval times were like a disaster for a lot of humanity, like most of the times you were just a peasant. I think it would have been fun if you're out there fighting. There's just something about the visceral, raw nature of having to go toe to toe with someone up close, you know, before they made gunpowder and all that stuff. Having to fight someone face to face Imagine the adrenaline that would have been felt every battle. That would have been crazy. I think that's why I like history and, you know, Roman through medieval times and stuff like that. Even before that. There was actually a time when I was about 12 years old when I started making... I'm not going to say I started making swords because that might be illegal because I'm not a blacksmith. But I did start creating items that were similar. Yeah, you might die in the first battle. But imagine if you survive something like, damn. You get your experience really fast. But also you might die in the first battle just because you took a scratch and now you've got fucking some kind of disease that's incurable, you know? It's got to be why most people who were kings were people who had survived battles, because no one else did. Like when you look at a TV show, say Vikings, for example, half of those people that fought in those battles so hard and had all those scraps and scrapes all over them probably would have died just from wound injury, even if they made it out of the battle. So like Ragnar's army would have been half the size it was at least in the second battle. But for the TV show, obviously, they lose a few here and there, but keep most of it. He would have had a whole new army the second battle. It's always funny to think about. I got a tetanus. I indeed. The splinter killed me. Like that sort of thing would have been happening every day back in that time. We get a lot of experience from handing these quests in, but it's not going to be quite enough. But I do have to fly up here, so we might get enough. We'll be pretty close to 48 before we go to Hinterland, so good. Got hiccups. Or at least the start of them. Ugh. That was a big one. Hopefully, that should get rid of them. You hold your breath, you know? You hold your breath for a minute or whatever, and then hope they're gone. It would be kind of awkward having hiccups on stream, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I'd be able to stream very well. $5k reap until revered with Darnassus. We don't have a lot of Darnassus reap coming our way after this zone. Maybe a little bit in winter,
Good luck,
spring.
friend.
But yeah, I'd like to be, say, at least 8 to 9,000 revered before level 60. If we make it to 60. Which I assume we can. The rogue's pretty chill.
I supply
But we
only
are doing
finest
things that are
goods.
difficult
See you
at
around.
times.
See you later. See you around. Have a good one. Safe travels. Hello.
See you around. See you later. Safe travels. Bye. Get the fuck out of here. That's pretty much what he was saying. Why are you still here? Can you leave now? Piss off.
See you later.
It would be funny if they got like more and more irate at you for like talking to them after they say bye.
Can I assist you?
Alright, 9-minute flight to Taldrassil. Might take a quick pee break while we fly up there. So we're gonna go Taldrassil and then fly back down, so it's gonna be another 9-minute flight. Which is a bit annoying. To hand in the quest here. Sadly, I haven't found the stress beacon on this character. And we'll go here, here, hand that in, go to the hinterlands. Also stop in here. A little bit of travelling for the rest of the stream, but I want to make it to 48. I'm gonna go take a piss. Also maybe eat an energy bar so I can maybe have a little bit more energy. I'll be back. Hello. It is a very windy and rainy day today, according to outside. I am thankful I am not out there. I got really minorly sunburnt, like I was just going into being sunburnt on the weekend because I was out mowing the lawns for like 3 hours. Mowing the lawns, doing the gardens, all that. And it's already gone, thankfully. So I'm tanning now instead of being sunburnt. I think I was right on the cusp. Because for like a day, I felt a little bit of sting. Like, you know, when you go have a shower after getting the sunburn and you're like, ooh, that doesn't feel too good. Only for a day, though. So I think I timed it perfectly. Or maybe not perfectly. Maybe just like a minute less than the sun would have been perfect. But I had to get the lawns done. They were pretty long. I don't know why, because apparently no one that I know did. But I was thinking out loud, you know, telling someone that maybe if I run out of gas, I don't have any gas for the lawnmower. And then the next day, in front of my front gate leading into the house was a container of gas for the lawnmower. I assume. I don't know if it's the right stuff. I opened it, it smells the same. No one dropped it off that I know, so it just, I guess the gas fairy dropped it off. I thought it might have been my auntie, but nope, apparently not. No one that she knows did. So yeah, I have no fucking clue. It's the gas fairy. It was just sitting out there one day after me being like, I might need some fuel for this. Like, weird. Right? Sometimes you think about something and then it happens. But this one is so weird because it's like a physical item. I think it's the first time that a physical item has manifested into my life without any explanation. Maybe next time I'll think about having $1 million in my bank account harder.
What brings you here? Be careful.
It's funny too because I didn't even need it. But I have it now, so.
Ishnuala, may a loon
Nuala.
light your path.
Not Twitch chat. Trade chat is currently absolutely blasting because I guess world buffs are coming out. Or they came out and people are mad because they came out early or something. People always get so pissed off when world buffs come out earlier or later than they meant to. And it's like, guys, it's just a world buff. Like, who cares? If I had my way, world buffs wouldn't exist. I like the idea of world buffs because it gets the community together.
Feel free to browse. May the stars guide you.
But I don't like the fact that people are so, like, influenced by them. Like, for a lot of people, leveling in hardcore, they kind of see it as a necessity. But it is definitely not. I haven't been using them. There was a guild that Ampy ran that never used world buffs. They cleared Naxxramas without world buffs. So they're not required at all, but so many people make it seem like they are. It's like when I was leaving Booty Bay one day, world buffs were like 3 minutes away. I was leaving Booty Bay and I got whispered saying, world buff soon. Okay. I don't care. Not everyone knows I'm doing a 0 world buff challenge, you know? I wouldn't expect them all to know what I'm doing. Yeah. That's why they play Classic. Because it's easier. Less buttons. Rotations like one button for some classes. Bosses don't have any mechanics. So Classic players are generally worse than retail players when it comes to doing mechanics and stuff. 100%. Anyone that doesn't agree with that is smoking some good shit. And I want this. I think Crowblade is the only upgrade that I could actually get over the Phantom Blade. But will we actually have an epic drop during the medley? It hasn't happened yet. So,
Peace be with you.
long shot. That in there. Some more potions there. Alright. Let's get going. Gotta fly back down to Ferellis to pick up this quest. Fellow human. I wouldn't say a fellow warlock because I lost my warlock. Which, to be fair, I'm not that sad about. Alright, another 9-minute flight. We'll stay here this time, but... yeah. when my classic WoW guild got together in 2019, we had a lot of dad boomer gamers. Like, you know, they were just coming back to relive the old days. They hadn't really been playing much retail prior to that. They were all like 30, 40. Children, wives, family, jobs. It was very interesting to see a classic boomer dad gamer guild. There were a lot of bad people. Like, generally pretty fun to hang out with, you know? Because they're more casual and they don't really care that much. So they'll crack open some beers while raiding, stuff like that. Like, that's good atmosphere. But they were bad at the game at times. So it depends if you want to have a nice, casual, good environment or, like, play with people who are really good. For me, I like hanging out with some bads if they're, like, good people. I don't mind that at all. I have never really minded that. Obviously, you want to hang out with good people who are good, but that is very hard to find. That's like a unicorn when you're playing MMOs. I would say my last raid group in Final Fantasy was like 6 of 8 good people that are good at the game. We couldn't have 8 of 8 though. Like 8 of 8, impossible. 6 of 8, pretty good, but maybe for the ultimate after we had 7 of 8. But our last guy was a good person who wasn't as good at the game. Which was fine. It was serviceable. We were doing uwu, very easy. But when we were savage raiding, our 6 of 8, that was like good people, good at game. We had one person that was kind of mediocre at game and not a good person. And then one person who was, I would say, good at the game, apart from the fact that he liked using gap closes when gap closes shouldn't happen, and did wipe the raid a few times, especially on Caloric. But he also kind of was like a whatever kind of person. So it's a real unicorn to find like a full group of people who are good at the game and good people, right? You'd never really have that in World of Warcraft because you need so many people. Even my group that I got together to play Final Fantasy with a group of friends, because they were just starting the game, they were obviously bad at the game. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. My friends were terrible when we started. You know, they had, what, 60 to 70% uptime on stuff. That's pretty bad. But they're awesome people to hang out with, which is why I wanted to play with them. But then we had some people who were like better at the game, but shit people. It's like, you just can't win. I think my best ever log, I was like 99.7% uptime, which isn't too bad for having, you know, latency to server connection, stuff like that. I think I missed maybe one ability in that log. I was like, damn, I'm good at the game now. I mean, I missed one ability, so I'm terrible, but still. Good enough to get a 99 if I, you know, have a double down critical direct hit. Never happened. Never happened on a kill. My kill of Athena, Palace Athena, happened the attempt after I had the absolute nuts opener that probably would have got me like near to rank 1 if we had killed. We did not kill. But then we killed the attempt after. I'm like, fuck this game. Huh? That's why I don't really care about like tryharding these days, because every time I have ever cared about tryharding, I do really well in an attempt that we wipe. And in an attempt that we don't wipe, the RNG absolutely fucks me. So I'm like, who cares? It's all RNG anyway. Like, if you do well, you do well. If you don't, you don't. So I never really care about logs and passing these days. I was happy to get like a 93 average on the final tier of Endwalker and leave it at that. Because it's still better than a lot of people. Although my ult does have a better log on PTNS than my main. Does make me a little bit. Yeah, exactly. Why it's hard to like be upset about good performances for me, because you always got to rely on other people and then your RNG as well. Like if you always did the same amount of damage as everyone and the best person just like did the most damage because they pressed the buttons in the right order and stuff like that, then sure, it matters a bit much. But you got to remember with Final Fantasy, you got 2 critical stats. If one of them doesn't happen, you've already lost your 99 percentile in the first GCD. Basically how it goes. I lost a lot of 99s in that last tier of Endwalker though, to like 2% wipes or something like that. P9S, I had an absolute amazing pull. It was probably going to be close to rank 1 again. And then someone fucked up the final bait and killed me and like 2 other people. They were standing a bit too close. And it was all Jova. Actually, I don't think they killed me. I think I Super Bowl-lighted because I saw what was happening. Yeah. But they did wipe half the raid. Now that I remember it. Dying probably happened at other times though. But the boss was like 2% on an absolute nutty pull. It was definitely going to be a 99. Because I checked afterwards. I'm like, fuck dude, I was so close to rank 1 with this pull. How could you? But that's why it's hard to get upset, because other people are part of the game. When it comes to an MMO. So I never really care about passing when I'm dealing with other people having to do mechanics as well. But a lot of that group did enjoy trying to get 99s. You know, it was pretty fun. Try and improve every week, stuff like that. It was my first real experience of, I wouldn't say hardcore, but more than being a casual on week 1. Like, we put in 35 hours on week 1, I think. Which isn't hardcore. You know, hardcore groups are doing like 60 hours or some shit. But it's definitely not softcore or midcore either. It is a full-time job worth of hours. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. The next tier of Final Fantasy must be coming up soon, right? Because, I think my old group is trying to put together people. They've lost some people. Even the raid leader stopped playing, so the few that continued are trying to put together people again. I don't have any desire to do anything in Dawn Trail. It's funny, I was thinking about it about 2 nights ago, I want to say, because I was looking at the Final Fantasy 14 recruitment, like, Discord, just randomly, because I wanted to see what people were, like, looking for and stuff. Not because I want to play, just because I was randomly looking, but I saw someone that was in my very first static in Final Fantasy recruiting. I think he is the only person that is still playing from that static. Still doing blind raiding, all that stuff. But I'm pretty sure everyone else has stopped playing. That static came together around the time COVID was ramping up, so it was a good time to join Final Fantasy and join a group and all that for that reason. COVID would have been terrible without having that, I think. Even though I am used to being stuck inside playing video games, it was nice to have a group of people to do it with. But that was the main reason I probably started Final Fantasy 14, was COVID. Like, I had played a little bit before that, but I really got stuck in during that time. I just wish I had, like, the 1.0. I had tried in 1.0 because then you get, like, the 50% off your sub.
Farewell.
Like, that would have been pretty sick. $10 a month? That's how I think video games should cost if they're sub cost. I don't like paying nearly $30 a month for World of Warcraft, to be honest. Alright, I'll just ride through the lower wilds. Where I gotta go. Although I'm not paying $30 a month for World of Warcraft at the moment. I've got another 3 months worth of WoW gold in retail that I can play WoW for free. And because I don't know if I really care about retail WoW that much anyway, I don't need the money. But right now I'm kind of just like, alright. Hopefully we can get the Medley done within 3 months. If not, just spend $30. Whatever. Never play again after that. You know, Warhammer Online is free. Sure, it doesn't get many updates, but there is content always on the horizon. Like, they even have a roadmap of what they're developing, which is better than some MMOs. World of Warcraft only started doing a roadmap, like, probably a few expansions ago. Before that, it was just like, when's content coming? No one fucking knows. But now WoW just releases way too much content, honestly. Like the pre-patches next month. And if the pre-patch is next month, maybe the expansion will be coming out even earlier than I thought it would be. I'm thinking like February 25th. But we'll see. At least an expansion isn't coming out before Christmas, because usually when an expansion comes out before Christmas, they make people raid over Christmas. Or like the race to World First. And I always found that really interesting. Because Blizzard knows people are going to play, but they're still like, you know what, releasing a raid over Christmas doesn't sound like a bad idea. Like, yeah, but you're making these hardcore nerds that want to race to World First actually play over Christmas rather than spend time with their family when you do that, Blizzard. Like, sure, it's there. They can make that decision, but they're always going to play.
Feel free to
It's
brag.
like giving someone who is addicted to gambling like a free slot
God is
machine, you know?
watch over
I
you.
am listening.
They're going to pull that wheel
Sharpen.
or pull that lever. It's just gonna happen. I don't know what I would need to play a video game and like constantly want to be involved in the world these days though. Like, that's what I have to figure out. If I ever wanted to develop an MMO, what way could I keep people wanting to be involved in the game, you know? Because I don't think any MMO has a good solution for that. Long term, like, there's many things that people do like Mythic Plus and WoW, but I don't really like Mythic Plus. A lot of people like Mythic Plus, I'm not one of them. That's why I don't play a game like Diablo, because I don't like doing things just at a higher level for the sake of doing it at a higher level. I want it to actually be meaningful. I don't think any MMO has a meaningful situation to keep playing the game other than arbitrary difficulty level. I think if Warhammer ever had more time to develop, if it didn't die, they could have cracked that, because like Keep and Siege and City battles would have given people reason to keep playing, you know? Because eventually a new expansion or whatever would have come out, there would have been new gear from stuff, there would have been maybe new cities to siege and stuff like that. Like, that would have been fun. Setting up for a siege battle and then defending or attacking the keep is pretty high. Guild Wars 2 also has that sort of gameplay though, with its world v world. And that was pretty fun as well in that game. It's just that Guild Wars 2 for me was very difficult to PvP in, because I was never going to be as good as people who don't have 200 plus EMS. Now, obviously I got to deal with that in Warhammer. Being a private server located in Europe, but the game is much slower than Guild Wars 2. So for me, it's not really that much of a problem, because you got a long GCD and pressing like one button. You're not like trying to triple weave and shit, you know? It's like classic WoW slow. Maybe even slower than classic WoW, honestly. Yup.
Time is money, friend. Hurry back.
Time is money, freedom.
Hurry back.
Take that quest because it's just go to Ratchet and grab this item, but it's worth 5,000 experience. So we're gonna go up to Quentin, hit his quest, then fly up there, then fly back down here, and then probably Herfing would be good, but I also need to go to Westfall. But we're very close to 48. And we should hit 48 from all this traveling. It's not going to be as short a stream as I thought it would be. 3 hours is pretty nice. I also love, when I was AFK going toilet and stuff, I was thinking about it. I love how I've played so much WoW over the last year that I never talk about World of Warcraft while I'm playing anymore. We're always talking about any other random thing that doesn't even matter. I talk about WoW when I'm making like a video. Like there's certain days when I'm making a video and I'm like, alright, I gotta talk about WoW today. But for a majority of the time I'm playing, I haven't been talking about it. Sometimes when I'm here talking to myself, no one in the chat, you know, dead day, sometimes it happens. You just like, well, I'll discuss what I'm doing. Still got to talk to yourself all day, sadly. I'm pretty good at it now, though. I can literally talk to myself for hours. after streaming for as long as I have. Pretty much everyone who I used to talk to when I started streaming has a life now. And most of them can't watch the stream. But it's also because I stream during the middle of the day and a lot of them are Australian. So they're like at work, all that sort of stuff. I think if I streamed at night, it would be a bit better in that regard, but don't really like streaming at night. Got 1 hour to get that egg up there. Be plenty of time. Because the problem with streaming at night is you're immediately like out of energy. Because you've already had a long day, maybe you've done work and stuff like that, you've done some workout, you've done some chores around the house, maybe you mowed the lawns, you know. So you jump on to stream at night and you're tired immediately. Now that happens to me sometimes now, like today. But generally, maybe like an hour after I had just woken up, so I'm a bit more awake. I'd rather be a bit more awake for stream than like anything else, because I can function and do other things without energy. Like I can design someone's website or something like that while half tired. Like maybe it wouldn't be the best job either, but it gets the job done. And I just go back and, you know, fix it up when I am awake.
Welcome.
Right.
Keep your feet on the ground.
I think for myself, I haven't had a dissatisfied client when it comes to graphic design. Like, I've had to cut some people off because they're just not people I want to work with. But when it comes to satisfaction, when the content is done, I think I've done all right overall. There's a few times where you're just like, I don't think it would be good for us to have any sort of, you know, work togetherness. Like, you can't be my client because we just can't work together. Stuff like that, you know. Doesn't happen too often, but some people are assholes. I was actually at the McDonald's drive-thru like last week, just getting a burger. Just like, whatever, get a burger. I don't really have McDonald's too much, but if it's there and I'm hungry, it's easy, right? And I was just like, man, I don't think I could ever work at a fast food place just because you have to deal with assholes all day. Like, people just go there and they're hungry, they maybe had a long day and they're just like pissed off about something and they might take it out on you. It's like, I don't think I could ever. I really respect people who do get jobs at fast food places and stuff like that. That'd be too hard for me. So thankfully, working as your own boss, you just tell people to fuck off if you don't want them. Nicely. Can't just say fuck off, but nicely. Can't do that if you're working at McDonald's or something. Sure, people have, but you know, that's a good way to get fired. My sister asked me if I wanted to fix up my... Well, not my... Her... my sister's not husband. Not even fiance, I don't know. I feel like they were gonna get married, but then COVID happened and they were like, nah, fuck it. Maybe fiance. But her partner... his parents had a really ugly website that was designed by someone. It was like disgusting. It didn't even work properly. This was one of the first websites I worked on. But I kept their old website up just so I can look at it from time to time. Because I really wanted to see how ugly it was. Just to be like, never do that. Damn, the boat's here. But I did change it to just something that no one would ever find. But yeah, they had a really bad website. Because they paid a little money for it. Because that's kind of the issue. If you pay someone pennies, you will get dog shit. But it is what it is. Oh, there's our stone circle. Go back down to Tanaris, hand that in.
Talk to me.
Tell me your name. 53 minutes on the clock should be enough. And we just gotta head to the hinterlands. I think we take the boat here. Go to Westfall. And then maybe Herf. Well, actually, we'll be 48, so we got a train. Gotta get eviscerate. Gonna do another nearly, yeah, over 200 topping damage on the 5 point. That's crazy. That's when improved eviscerate starts becoming hasty. You're like, ooh, wouldn't mind some of that. That's why I go improve slice and dice and then improve eviscerate. A lot of people probably wonder why. I just like it. Handing in this quest should get us, we're gonna be, yeah, like 2,000 experience away, and then we got this quest which is easy. Leave what? So being 48 as we go into the hinterlands for our probably final stop on this character. In the hinterlands. And then we do Searing Gorge after that, which should get us to 49. Relatively easily. Then we can finish Foralis, Daenerys, before popping over to the Furballs. And we should be about 50. To about 50. To blasted lanes, stuff like that. We are going to be 48 before 4 days played as well, so that's good. I was a little worried, but it is going to happen. I love how Alia is 2 hours less, but 4 levels higher. Power of not really having to do too much for the group, huh? He has done a little bit. Found some good gear. But in terms of grinding, Alia isn't doing any of that. Only when she has to. I'm just glad the next leg, the most amount of levels I have to get is 10. Like, there might be a few characters that have to get a lot of levels. Like, say, Alia and Rugen had to go to 60. 10 and 9. But it's gonna be, like, the home stretch. We're definitely going to be scraping the bottom of the barrel when it comes to quests available as well. Cool.
What's up? Glad I could help. Hurry back.
Yeah, mate. Those 2 quests are for the Sunken Temple. We cannot do them because they're a dungeon. We cannot go in a dungeon. So we got 4 upgrades today. I did not expect. Like, obviously I knew about these 2 and the sword, but it was a nice surprise. When it comes to the rogue, I do like having damage rather than health. Now the shaman has reached level 6. Alright, Booty Bay. The bootiest of bays. The Bay of Booty.
What can I do for you? Safe travels.
Bet they have crazy parties in Booty Bay. Because it's money and it's ass. What more can you need, right? Oh. It felt good. Two. You know, we're slowly making it through Lena's content. Like, just getting one level a day. Slowly. I hope I'm back tomorrow. One level tomorrow might be difficult, though. We won't have any rested experience. So I guess it depends how tired I am. Boat. You are the wrong boat. Hope the other boat will be there when we get there. I mean, I assume it would have been about 10 minutes since we were there. 15? Yeah. No. About 10. We've got to fly out there. So the boat should be close to being perfect for us, but it might be going instead of arriving. But I think it should be close. Gonna be yawning the rest of the day. But I bet if I end stream, I won't yawn anymore. That's how it goes. For whatever reason, when you're streaming, you're more tired than you actually are. It's like how the camera adds 10 pounds, you know, it also adds sleepiness. Still can't believe someone commented in my WoW video telling me to get a nose job. My nose isn't even that big. It looks bigger on camera. But like when I touch it, it's not that big. Yeah, the boat's there, so might leave. Yep, it is. I'll see you in a few minutes, boat. That's what I mean. We were close, but we were the wrong side of the closeness.
Time is money, friend. Keep it real.
Okay. Yo, Grimble.
Talk to me. Glad I could
Be
help.
basking on the sandy beaches of Stranglethorn Vale? For a moment I thought that was like a UFO. I just turned the camera and saw it. I'm like, what the fuck? Lena's looking good. It's a nice looking character. Like, I'm not tired, you're tired. True and real. How long it takes to get the Twitch drop for World of Warcraft that's on, right? I mean, I haven't got it yet, and I've been streaming 3.5 hours. So assuming it's probably 4 hours. I don't think I can make it that long. But it is almost time to stop anyway, right? We usually stop around 3, so. We're having an average stream day. I thought after the first hour, you know, when I was finishing up for Alice, I was like, I'm done. But I got that second wind. Carried me another few hours, definitely. But it's coming to an end now. I'm feeling the energy leave my body. Thankfully, just 2 quests to hand in, training to do at 48, and we're GG for the day. Yay, the boat's coming back. Woo! Hurry, boat. Falling asleep. I remember when it was like bannable to fall asleep on stream. Back in the day, you know? Couldn't even have a nap. Absolutely slave labor. Now there's a whole category to watch people sleep, which is weird, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I've ever actually wanted to watch someone sleep. I'd like to see what I do while I sleep. Like, I thought about recording myself while sleeping once, just to see, like, what I did. See how I move around. See if I talk during my sleep. All that sort of stuff. But I never did. But I think that's the only reasonable thing. Watching yourself sleep. Just to know what you do. It is one of the problems with live streaming, isn't it? A lot of people set up things like that and don't think about the consequences. I'm a pretty private person outside of stream. Like, I don't post a lot on social media. Say I don't post a lot, I don't post at all now. I think my last Facebook post was like 5 or 6 years ago. Don't have a Twitter. Never gonna call it X, Elon, so up yourself, mate. It's Twitter. Don't have a blue sky. It's currently raining. raining here as well. This is basically the weather that I'm having right now. Apart from the sky isn't this blue, it's definitely a lot more cloudy. There's just sun shower in Stranglethorn Vale. Sun shower in Europe. The rarest rare in the game. Run fast. We're gonna sprint. Then we're gonna nifty. Got places to be. Apparently I had prep sprint. Sprint, nifty, sprint. I don't even know if that route is actually the fastest. Like, coming up here might have been faster, but I'm not sure. I never do that. I like running through the inn. But that does look about the same. Maybe we'll try it one day. Next time we're going to sprint nifty, we can try it. Been a long day. Been awake 4.5 hours. Maybe I should actually try to sleep tonight. Is this the problem with daylight savings and living in New Zealand when most of your friends live in Australia? Because I'm 3 hours ahead of most of them that I actually hang out with. So by the time they log in, it's like already, you know, 10, 11 PM for me. And if we play game for like a few hours, it's gonna be 1 in the morning. Is an issue. I want to play a lot of Warhammer Online. But I cannot. Or they cannot. That's okay. Alright, and in this quest. Level up. Go to Stormwind. Brain. Use my Hearthstone to get up to the hinterlands faster. And then log out. After we actually hand in this quest, because I don't want to fail it. If I log out, the time remaining continues to time out, I think. So we should probably hand it in first. Whoa. We're definitely at that point. The worst thing about when I'm like this, like, you know, I'm obviously tired, is I still don't have a nap or anything after stream. I just log out for the day and then go about the rest of my day activities.
On a pint? Watch your back. Be good. Walk with you. Be good.
Alright, last part of that quest now. Level 48. Slice and dice lasts even longer. What the hell are you doing here? This guy used to be PvP flagged, so Horde could like grief the quest. Thankfully they changed that. But just seeing a Horde run through there, like, oh, if this was back in the old days.
Hello.
Also, when the hardcore servers first come out, there was a NPC at the top of the Thousand Needles lift who was PvP flagged, and as you ran past him, if you were Alliance, he would run up to you and punch you. So, that was one of the first things they had to change when the PvP servers come out. It's pretty funny though, watching people get like punched and panic and jump off and stuff like that. We need to get some rings now. Like, this is okay, it's serviceable, but I'd like a bigger monkey ring. This is only a level 20 ring. I think I've had this since level 20. So I remember getting it pretty early. That's 28 levels ago. It's basically forever. In this challenge. And on the griffin and mount a horse. Horse on a griffin. Ain't seen anything like it. Where'd that go to you? Bags are very clean. I'm liking Lena's bags now. Guess I should make some poisons while we're here.
How are you?
Good, mate. Yeah, eviscerate. But yeah.
See you around.
There is a new sap, but we don't really use sap enough to require it to be an extra 5 seconds, I don't think. Like, I think it's fine with what we got. Any of those going, and 5 of these. Elemental mage. It is a grocket weapon. Increase fire and frost spell damage. Very grocket weapon. Well, if we're actually going to get these 10 levels in poison too. I think there's another rank of instant poison. Yeah, 52. And 60. But 52, you know, basically the last one that matters. We getting at this league. And now, I guess I heard. To make our journey faster.
Need help? See you around.
Also, because we were playing Warhammer last night, one of my friends that hasn't been playing and just started, basically, he was trying to equip a two-handed weapon. He's playing an Ironbreaker, so the Ironbreaker starts with a one-hander and a shield. I was about to type, nice day for a flight. I just added indeed. But he's like, why can't I equip this weapon? And I'm just like, oh, you gotta remove your shield. For whatever reason, the game doesn't allow you to put a two-handed weapon on. When you're, you know, got a one-hander and a shield on. Because I had to deal with that too. But it's so funny that I can now troubleshoot all the stuff. Also, I think my Griffin's faster than his. Catching up. I can pass him. I'm thinking he's landing here, so I'm gonna...
Goodbye.
Bye. Flight buddy. Like we were on the same plane, but then the plane turned into 2 planes and I flew away. But it's kind of funny because I'm still new to Warhammer now, this time. But I can troubleshoot for my friends already. Like, yeah, you gotta unequip your shield. That is funny. Altar of Zol. Got that. Pick up all the quests so the next time we play we're ready to just blast rather than run around and talk to NPCs.
How are ya? Be good.
We'll have Sculpt Rock Cleaner, Altar of Zor, Food for Baby. And I hopefully will be back tomorrow
Watch your back.
to do all those. Then I guess after that, Searing Gorge.
How are you? Be good. Watch your back.
Wash your back. But for today, that is pretty much where we're at. Oh nice, we did get to 8k. So I got over 1,000 rec with Darnassus. Thanks for joining me. Been fun. As I said, hopefully I'll be back tomorrow. If not, next week. Next week should be pretty good because there's no F1 this weekend. As much as I want it to be, because there's only 3 races left. You know, the season is very long. Like almost the end of the year and it's still going. But I should be back tomorrow, and then next week can probably stream maybe not 5 days because I have an inspection as well, so probably 4. We'll see. Unless she comes like early in the morning like last time. Last time an inspection happened, I was like gonna set my alarm for 10, but I ended up waking up at 9, and then she arrived at 9:30. I'm like, well, thankfully I was awake. But yes, I'll be back when I'm back. Have a good night or day, depending on where you are in the world. Bye.